At exactly 11:14 p.m., a young woman stepped into a hotel elevator in downtown Los Angeles. She pressed multiple buttons. She stepped in and out. She peered down the hallway as if someone or something was watching her. This footage would later be viewed millions of times around the world. 5 days after this recording, guests at the hotel began complaining about something strange. The water tasted odd. The water looked dark. The water pressure was low. What police would later find shocked not just investigators, but the entire world. This is the story of Elisa Lam. And despite official explanations, many still believe we don't know the full truth. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old Canadian student from Vancouver, British Columbia. She was intelligent, creative, and deeply introspective. Friends described her as kind, soft-spoken, and thoughtful. Elisa was studying at the University of British Columbia and had a passion for writing. She often documented her thoughts and emotions through blog posts, sharing reflections on life, identity, and mental health. In January 2013, Elisa decided to take a solo trip through California. For her, this wasn't unusual. She enjoyed traveling alone, seeing new places, meeting people, and exploring independence. Her parents supported the trip but remained cautious. They requested that Elisa check in with them daily, which she agreed to. Everything seemed normal, until suddenly, it wasn't. Elisa booked a stay at the Cecil Hotel, located in downtown Los Angeles. At first glance, the hotel appeared affordable and conveniently located, but the Cecil had a long, disturbing history. Over the decades, it had been linked to multiple unexplained deaths, criminal activity, and even infamous serial killers who once stayed there. The hotel had developed a reputation as a place where tragedy followed tragedy. Despite this, Elisa checked in on January 26, 2013. Initially, she shared a room with other guests, but staff later moved her to a private room after complaints about her behavior. What exactly that behavior was remains unclear. Still, nothing at this point suggested what was about to happen. On January 31, 2013, Elisa was last seen alive. That day, she visited a local bookstore, purchased gifts for her family, appeared calm and friendly. The store clerk later recalled that Elisa was outgoing, polite, and completely normal. That evening, Elisa returned to the hotel. That night, she vanished. Her parents expected her daily call. It never came. When Elisa failed to contact her family, concern quickly turned into panic. The Los Angeles Police Department launched a search. They searched the hotel, interviewed staff, checked nearby areas. Police dogs traced Elisa's scent to a window near the fire escape, and then it stopped. No signs of forced entry, no signs of struggle. No había explicación. Days passed. Then police released something that would ignite global fascination. On February 14, 2013, LAPD released surveillance footage from the hotel elevator. The video was unsettling. Elisa is seen entering the elevator, pressing multiple buttons, stepping in and out, hiding in the corner, making unusual hand gestures. At one point, the elevator doors remain open far longer than normal. Viewers immediately noticed something felt off. The footage went viral.
Millions spéculated.
Was she being followed? Was she hiding from someone? Was someone just out of frame? The internet did what it does best, and worst. Theories exploded. Online sleuths analyzed every frame. Some believed Elisa was being chased, communicating with someone unseen, experiencing fear. Others pointed to her known struggles with mental health, suggesting the behavior could be explained. But then something else happened. Guests began complaining about the hotel's water. On February 19, 2013, a maintenance worker went to check the hotel's rooftop water tanks. What he found would haunt the case forever. Inside one of the tanks was Elisa Lam. She had been there for days. The tank was on the rooftop.
Acest de vialoque dos.
Heavy and difficult to open. Authorities said there were no signs of physical harm, no evidence of assault. The official ruling accidental drowning. But many questions remain. How did Elisa access the roof alone? Why didn't alarms alert staff? How did she open the heavy water tank lid by herself? Why was the elevator footage timestamped incorrectly? Why were some portions missing? And perhaps the most haunting question, what were Elisa's final moments really like? Authorities concluded Elisa's death was accidental, influenced by mental health factors. Yet for many, the explanation feels incomplete. No matter how much time passes, the case of Elisa Lam continues to disturb and fascinate, because sometimes the most terrifying mysteries are the ones that almost make sense. Elisa Lam was more than a mystery. She was a daughter, a student, a young woman exploring the world. Her story reminds us that behind every viral case is a real human life. Officially, this case is closed, but for many, the questions never were. What do you think really happened to Elisa Lam?